Sometimes it comes back to me in like waves, and sometimes it's like really sudden. I'll just be thinking about, I don't know, anything, and it just like pierces through my brain, and I physically feel myself like flinch, and then I just have to like move on with the rest of my day. But when something like that like enters your brain, you remember all those things, all those feelings you had at the time, and it just takes your breath away for a little bit.
Everything's happening in slow motion, especially when I don't know how to put it, especially like at the most like peak and saddest kind of moments of my life. They're always the very, very slow. Everything just slows down to a degree, and the memory drags out. That's why at times I can't really stop thinking about it because it's all dragged out.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, sometimes I remember it as like images, and maybe it's just because I've seen them as images, but I feel like every single time you think of something, it's like a specific image or like a little tiny scene in your head that you play over and over again.
You know, when you go back into a place that had like really bad memories in it, you relive them. You feel them all over again. Kind of like a stain. And you can fill it up with as many good things as you want, but I think that is pretty pronounced. You can't really ever get rid of that bad thing.
At the time, I didn't understand what the full situation was. I didn't know what kind of a school was, but you could see the reactions of everyone else, and a lot of people who lived in the area were traumatized by it, and that hit me a little bit more than anything else.
I don't know, it just like happened so fast, and I feel like we still don't know so much about it.
Yeah.
And that like it was just such a shock to everyone.
Just like thinking about all the little kids.
Like it was just like these completely innocent people. It wasn't even like out of anger towards them or anything. It was like completely innocent people.
When I think about that day, it was so bad. When I think about that day now, I realize how awful it was. But as time passes, I just hope the pain subsides, and not just for me, but everyone involved. I hope that the community can recover. I hope everything can recover. We lived in a tide pool. We were bound by a safe, salty domain, kept from the tide by seaweed spools that hovered over beach rock walls. And everything the walls took in made them stronger. We left graffiti or whitewash or egg wash until our fingers cramped. We thought, dreamt, learned, all to leave a legacy, but also burn rubber, burn binder, burn pencil and stencil, rip everything from under until shelter was gone. It swam by so quickly, those days, those years in that tide pool. All craze and daze, all mollusk and might, down resounding corridors and lobbies. How could we know when a wave crashed in? How could we tell a handgun from a fin? How could we feel the current turn, churn, and bury when we were already so submerged, so benign, conditioned to the soothe of a bell chime. We fell not like soldiers or civilians, but children. We were children, but that was taken in December. Now we drift into the ocean as we must. We learn to never trust, to disappear. And we wonder why there are so many hooks